I understand. Your exhaust is illegal. That's not a question.
In the state of Pennsylvania?
Well, you're in the state of New York.
I understand.
So we're going to have an argument about
No,
this
I'm just
now?
asking you questions. I'm not having an argument.
Okay. Well,
I'm trying to inform myself because I don't know.
To sign an exciting piece of legislation that I think will go a long way to helping reduce this menace that we've experienced on our streets these last couple of months, years, the sound of loud, obnoxious, illegal mufflers and exhausts all across our city and all across our state. Prouder to be doing this right here in our home community, an area that has been plagued by the effects of this just obnoxious, terrorizing behavior.
Noise that does not have to be there. And it assaults your ears, at a time when you should be getting the rest your body desperately needs after a long day as a New Yorker. Then we have to step up and do something. And others who feel that they have the ability to assault people in their community with the loud drag racing noise and these loud mufflers on their motorcycles and cars, they seem to not care about other people. And now we're giving them a message.
All right, guys, so welcome back. Thank you for hanging out, spending a few moments here with me. If you're new, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Now, today we're going to be heading out to the car museum with the family. Gonna have a good time. I think there's a ton of really nice celebrity cars and cars that were in, you know, some popular movies and such, so we're gonna take a look at that. But before we get going, I kind of want to show you guys the new legislation that's happening in New York, and I'll tell you, it's crazy. It's a $1,000 fine for any kind of loud exhaust. And you know, coming from New York, every time that I would drive this thing, if I saw law enforcement, I knew I was getting pulled over for equipment violations. I never really got any speeding tickets or anything like that. They would always see no front plate, tinted windows, and I knew I was getting stopped. Even if I didn't get a ticket, the process is, you know, typically it takes about 20 minutes.
How long does it take to write an exhaust ticket? He's been in there for like 25 minutes. 20 minutes, really.
Half an hour, get yourself a written warning or something. But more often than not, I would walk away with some tickets, and you know, you're talking $300 or $400 worth of stuff for equipment violations, and they bumped it up to about $1,000 and potentially even jail time, 30 days in jail for a super loud exhaust. And you guys know I went with probably the most obnoxious exhaust you could get your hands on. The MagnaFlow X Mod, and I just absolutely love it. And I know that if I were to be in New York, this is something that I really wouldn't be able to own. I can't afford to have a vehicle like this and pay those kind of fines. So you know, New York is making it where it's almost impossible to have a vehicle like this. You just can't afford it.
You need to care, or else there are financial consequences. And so what we have is this bill is going to stop repair shops from being able to install these enhanced noise devices. It'll prohibit repair shops or entities from selling, offering for sale, or installing any muffler exhaust system that increases noise. And to do that, you also have to have penalties. We'll suspend the operating license of an inspection station upon a third or subsequent willful violation. So you're getting a little notice, but don't get too complacent, because on the third violation, there will be consequences. And the maximum fine was raised to $1,000 from $150, so that ought to get people's attention. For cars, $500 for a motorcycle, for operating a motorcycle with altered exhaust systems. So when people get their vehicles inspected every year, there's going to be a question and there's a test. They're going to find out whether or not this occurred. That will be the ultimate way that we'll be able to get full compliance. And while they're there, if it's the case, then the person, the entity, the business doing the inspection should remedy that right there, or they will get a penalty and the owner will get a penalty as well.
Now, before we get to the museum, I want to show you guys, I ended up retinting this thing. We got 20% on the windshield and limo all the way around. It looks absolutely amazing. You cannot see inside this. It's so cool. I ended up taking off the louvers. I like the louvers, but you know, it was kind of annoying because once I got into, you know, let's just say like 80 miles an hour, I would hear them rattling in the back and such. So I took those off. Like the look, it looks clean. So yeah, let's get into the car show. What? Hold on, I gotta look at this. This is pretty much a childhood favorite of mine. Back to the Future, DeLorean. One of the coolest cars ever. They should let you walk fully around it. That's awesome. RoboCop. Another cool movie from my childhood. Many of you youngsters probably don't even know what RoboCop is. This thing looks like almost like a Tesla. So futuristic looking. RoboCop. I have not seen this one. This is I guess a modern interpretation. That's pretty cool. Starsky and Hutch. There it is. Yup. The Gran Torino. Yeah, that's a cool ride.